Great rising, great being, great evening, depending on what part of the day this reaches you. As always, we're going to keep the show on the road. It's a pre-warning. I'm experiencing allergies, so just bear with me. With the tears, the season, tissue, it might be out of that, but we still got a motherfucker. Keep striving for greatness. Don't unstop greatness. Not even allergies, sickness, colds. It's all a mental thing. It's all how you let it affect you. So, let's get into that. First though, gotta advertise, gotta promote. That entrepreneur spirit. Those people out there really chasing it and hunting out there to be better than where they were or where they at, and they really chasing this greatness with us. So, Urban Stash Spot, get your latest flies lit, or all the above. Forever Urban. Indie, Snapchat, hit them up there, get you to it. Watch Square Mall, Indianapolis, Indiana. Get your fix, man. Okay? Alright. So, for today's video, we're just going to pick up where we left off. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to keep on moving and keep on grooving with this. So, when we want to speak about this hunt for greatness and knowing why you are to be great and knowing how to be great and knowing when to be great, anything involving that, we got to keep in mind who you do this shit for. Who do you do it for? Because a lot of times when we live our life, we pick up this mindset or this habit of feeling like I live to do it for my kids. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like you there's other things that push you to go out here and stay motivated with life. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's good to have different things to motivate you so you don't get bored with the motivation, so you don't get bored with your journey or hunting your destiny or figuring you out. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like I think what's better for you, me, myself, as reflections. Again, because I reflect off you, you reflect off me. And this is about self. Great rising of yourself. You got to be doing it for you. Again, there's nothing wrong with having other things to motivate you. But if you aren't your main motivation, where's the value in it? Where's the value in the journey and the hunt if you not thinking of you? Now, I'm not saying it's meant for you to be selfish. You know what I mean? But then again, I am. I want you to be selfish for your betterment. But I don't want you to be selfish with material shit and with love and stuff like that. So doing it for you, you have to You have to download that mindset because I feel like we've had so many distractions through generations and generations and through, the adversities of who we are. We disconnect from us, meaning ourself. And once we've disconnected from ourselves, we find ourselves kind of um floating in life, you know, feeling like you don't know which way to go. You just up in the air with everything. So then we just attach ourselves again. Like I spoke on the last videos. We begin to attach ourselves to things. So that's what I mean. Well, we gotta we gotta learn to try to let loose of those attachments when it comes to staying motivated for life and doing it for you. Have you ever noticed when you do shit for yourself, it make you feel better? Yeah, because only you can do things the way you really want it. So why try to depend on somebody else, you know what I mean, to do it for you when you could do it for yourself? You gotta learn how to think how you can how can I say this? You gotta think how you wanna set your intentions. There we go. With why you doing it. Otherwise you just doing it for whatever. That's when you can become distracted and bored with your motivation, like I just said. You are the most important part of this equation. Yeah, everything else around us or that happened to us or happens to us or will happen to us, yes, it's gonna affect us, but you are the main variable in the whole equation. You are what holds this together. Whatever you want to call this existence, this life, this energy. The same thing goes for chasing success or trying to be great like we hunting for and fulfilling your destiny and on stepping up to your calling or however you want to put it or however you want to lay it out. If you're not doing it with for you first and then domino affected you and yours or you and yours and your friends or however you want to do it, but if you were not first, it's more likely that you will not succeed. And that's not we trying to get away from them type of thoughts. I want you to succeed. That's why I'm telling you this. And like I'm always tell you, it's always easier said than done, but somebody has to say it. I have to spark something. Somebody has to spark it. So this is me telling you that, hey, boom. Hey, did you ever think about it like this? You may not have the time to think about it like I think about it. So always keep you in mind. Always. Again, I'm not saying be selfish with your life, but I'm saying always keep you in mind because sometimes we can get lost with doing shit. And what I mean by that is like, think about it like this. Percentage of the people in this country work a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week and more, just because people have ego and want to live a certain lifestyle or whatever it may be, right? Let's say when a person first started their job, you know, they wanted to they just wanted some money in their pocket, and then maybe after they got they wanted a car, so they worked to get a car. After the car, they wanted a house, so they worked to get a house. Boom. Then once they get it, but the thing, what I'm trying to lead to is the focus became about the materials and not the person. Yeah, this car is essential. Yeah, the house is essential. But after you get the car and house, you're gonna wanna match that. Because 9 times out of 10, people try to get the car that fits them, the house that fits them, so they're gonna match that with the appearance of, and then that's when you can get caught up in and distracted from why you really need a job or should want a job. And for anybody out there that's younger, you getting a job, I want to try to flip your mind, say, oh, why, what to do with your money for the job. Yeah, you want to do for you, but make sure you building your safety nets in life. Making sure you investing in something while you're still treating yourself. So you get this job, always keep in mind that you want to work towards something that's gonna better you in the long run. Not temporary happiness. People think just because they happy that they're better. No. Yeah, happy is a good feeling, but happy's emotion. Happiness is an emotion. It could be altered by anything. Therefore, it's not constant. It's not consistent. Until you have consistent happiness, which is joy, and you can be distracted and veered off. So to everybody, make sure we focusing on our right to love ourselves and push for yourself and do for yourself. Because yeah, you gonna run into people who root you on, but ain't nobody gonna put in that work like you, man. Ain't nobody gonna motivate you. Ain't nobody gonna motivate you like you. I tell myself I'm proud of myself all the time. I'm my biggest fan. Now I'm trying to be y'all biggest fan, but at the end of the day, I should never be your biggest fan because you should be your biggest fan. But you gotta adopt that mentality, you know what I mean? We gotta, again, break down the mentality that was forced down our motherfucking throats and how we were trained and domesticated and rebuild it with you in mind and not these corporations. We just the breadcrumbs that lead to corporations when we not doing stuff for us. Go to school, go to college, get a job to work for the next man. No. How about learn about you and understand you and know who you are in and out astrologically and just all around the board, and what are your passions and what makes you happy, and then whatever that is, figure out how you can learn more about that and build more about that and build you a foundation that's around that, because that's your happiness, that's your passion, that's your life. And then do all that, put all that energy and all that work and all that training and that time and that schooling in it for yourself. That's what I'm talking about. Excuse my language. I'm just getting motivated. Cause this is the shit that I love. See, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm passionate about this. Whether I get views right now or not, that's not what I'm doing. I get up every morning and I'm doing this because it's something I love and it's something I feel everybody needs. Because my life did not change until I start doing these things that I'm telling you, or that I'm opening your mind to. Again, there's nothing wrong. I'm gonna say it again because there's gonna be people who say, "Nah, I'm always do it for mine and my kids." This again, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying make sure you have you in mind first, because if you're not right, how can you be right for anybody else? If you're not healthy, how can you try to be healthy? I mean, how can you try to keep somebody else healthy? That's what's wrong with us. We I feel through generations of slavery that that's the mentality we adopted because we were forced to do for everybody else, and us as a whole just it just deteriorated in us because again it was forced, and not even just to segregate things. You know what I mean? I'm just using that as an example from the dialect of my life. So, and I was just using that as an example. So yeah, we gotta retrain this thing and relook at stuff and figure out how you can plan to do things with you in mind to where everybody else that you want to benefit off of you does. I think when we try to put other people before ourselves, it becomes hectic because there's no sense of balance because you're doing for others, and then when you got time, you're doing for you. So now you drain. Now you going without the stuff that you need because you chose to sacrifice the doing it for yourself, or you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I hope you do. So put that same type of mentality as showing love or having love or trying to be a real nigga, and do it with yourself. Be real for yourself first, and then let that gradually seep out amongst those who um, orbit around you and your energy and your frequency and your space that vibe off your vibe and you vibe off their vibe. That's what I'm speaking of, you know. So I'm motivate you to motivate yourself to do it for you. Because I personally know and feel that I know that, excuse me, I thought I was about to sneeze, that I know that nobody's gonna do it like you can. No matter how you try to aim it, no matter who you try to depend on, no matter who hands you put it in or whose shoulder you put it on, nobody's gonna carry that pride, that passion, that responsibility like you. You have to carry that responsibility to stay on the grind and be out to get it for you with you in mind. You know? Um, Also, when we speak on what we do it for, I also mean as in what's your end game. I touched on it a little earlier when I said you can become distracted with while you're doing something, or when what's the purpose of doing something just for doing it? That's wasting time. That's the quickest way to become lost. That's almost like filling up your tank and just driving with no destination. Cause you just drive and then you look around, you don't know where you at, you lost. So what's your end game? Make sure you got your end game in mind. And like I said before, make sure your end game is in betterment for you. Yes, it's all right to do things with other people in mind, but at the end of the day, if you are not first, how can you really depend on everything to really sustain and last in order for you to fulfill what it is you're trying to fulfill and how you trying to fulfill it? End game is, to me, is not just the end of life or the end of existence of this body. Because you are your kids are you. So that's why I do say, and same thing with family, you are your family are you, we are each other. So it's the same thing. That's why I said it's okay to do things with other people in mind, but you got to keep you first. But end game to me is keeping that going, resonating after you've made your impact. Does that make sense? Like, when you're trying to better you, make sure it's generational. Because I feel like that's why, to speak on my culture, that's why we are where we're at, because we lost our end game. Got divided. Got too caught up in everybody else and forgot about ourselves. So that's why I'm so passionate about this. This is just the beginning. This is just scratching the surface of what I'm doing. But I gotta start somewhere, so I'm gonna start right here with y'all. And we gonna build up together. We gonna rise together in greatness and harmonize and vibrate and try to turn the balances of good and evil. But if you can't balance the good and evil within yourself, how can you expect to deal with it and handle this shit in the world? And I'm trying to, this ain't for select people. This for anybody who's woke, anybody who can process this and download this and interpret this and then input it into their life. Nobody's excluded with this. Nobody's excluded with chasing greatness and chasing yourself and understanding who you are and learning who you are and learning learning a different interpretation of life and what life can bring and the hindsight before it, the insight of it, and the foresight with it. You know? So again, always master you. Always master yourself. And then be encouraged to try to tackle the world. Because once you got yourself right, you got your armor, you know what I mean? You ready. You better equipped to attack the shit that's out here. And it's gonna be a battle. That's why I'm trying to motherfucker get us prepared, motherfucker arm us up and do it how we gotta do it. Again, excuse my language, but I'm passionate about this. So, as always, never stop. Never settle. We don't do that around here. That's not even in us to do that. When you as great as we are, when you know we're right there to being as great as we can be and then beyond. Yeah, little things gonna try to bump us. We gonna have hurdles, but you know what? We gonna jump over these motherfuckers together. If somebody stumble, we gonna pick them up, help them, and we gonna motherfucker keep on going until we finish this race. So as always, it's much love. I want you to attack today with positive mindset, with intent, integrity, knowing you are going to be the best you can be, regardless of what you are surrounded by. Put your shields up, put your blinders on, stay in your lane, and let's get it. Be great. And then after that, be even greater. Shit, boy, Gully B. You know what it is. I want y'all to follow me on Instagram, King24K himself. If you're not, share this shit, post this shit. Because we are not a movement if we don't get people to move with us. Period. Point blank, you know. So I'm on Facebook, Devin Goody, no, Devin space, Goody space B, think space admins. Snapchat, Mr. 24K himself. Then y'all know the Instagram, King24K himself. I said that. And also make sure you check out the SoundCloud, Mr. 24K, Goody B himself. Got some fire. Check out that heat check. Just something to vibe out with. It's a nice. Got over 20,000 plays already, I believe. Some shit like that. It's going crazy. So I wasn't even expecting that. So I'm getting excited for that. And also make sure y'all check out the Vibe Right podcast. That is random. We just vibe with each other when we just relaxing. It's a little more chill than the YouTube and really the studies of being great and chasing greatness. But again, you get all the link. You got all the links. Make sure you get your download, man. Make sure you get your download. Positive vibes on. Always be great. One love, buddy.